Hey YouTube, it's Morning Brew. Happy Monday, happy post-Comic-Con. It's over. Finally over. All 4 days spent, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 6 to 8 hours. I'm exhausted, I'm burned. I don't know if you can tell. Most of my probably can't tell, but I'm a little bit darker because of it. But it was a long week. I got rained on and everything. And because it was a long weekend, there was a lot to report on the event on top of everything I went through and everything I experienced. Many of my friends that watch the show and my regular viewers that watch the show messaged me and said, as we kept updating each other throughout the con, they kept bringing up that maybe today, take a break. Maybe today we'll understand that you need a day off. I said, no, I won't take a day off. I refuse to. But man, do I want to. So, instead of doing the usual, you may have already seen that this is the post-Comic-Con special. It's still the Morning Brew, but it's going to be the post-Comic-Con edition. And with that, day one of post-Comic-Con, it's time to share the goodies. It's what my friend Robert, who runs the Nerd Block Loot Crate unboxings on my website, Castillo.com, as you all know by now. And of course, it's been a long week. I am your host, Eric Castillo, and welcome to many of new followers and subscribers on the channel. Hope you enjoy the show. Hope you'll stick around and hope you'll, help spread the word. We got a lot to share today. I've got all the goodies and the spoils of the war, mostly won through many favors pulled. Yeah. Well, let's get started with the fun. The mug goes away, which, new mug, Incredible Hulk. Pretty. It's nice. A good deal on it. There's one thing I'll say now. Keep in mind, there are con prices and then there are retail prices. Con prices are the best. Sometimes. Con prices can be a damn nightmare. And I'll get to all that. So let's begin. Oh, this is going to be a weird one. So let's do away with this logo for a minute. Better. So I'm going to start with some fun stuff that I got for my son. Me and the little guy have a geeky nostalgia going. So I got him these little plushy baby toys of Yoda, Boba Fett, and the Captain with a shield. Notice it is Steve Rogers. Yay! I got him these. He's already had his fun with them. Got a pretty good deal. One of the shops that sits next to the Star Wars multiplex of shops had a 3 for 20? Or no, 3 for 10. 3 for 10, that was what it is. So we got him that. On top of that, I went and got something that's both for him and me. You all probably seen this book, Darth Vader and Son. Okay, this book is amazing. It's wonderful. It's every geek dad's book to have. I highly recommend it. It is not really for your kid as much as it is for the dad. So for Father's Day, birthdays, if you have a Star Wars fan that's a dad, this one's great. They also have Darth Vader and his princess, which is Leia. This is based on a world of what if Vader had raised us twins. They're funny and they're cute and they're great. So when I picked this one up, I have like no room to put stuff down around here right now. So much stuff to share. I also went and picked up Goodnight Vader, which I've read, and I've read to my wife and to my son. And this book is great. This is for your son. This is for your daughter. This book is great little stories. If I may, let's pick a random one here. Okay. So Boba races to always be best, even when he gets his beauty rest. And you can see the artwork right there. Some of them are great. Some of them are really cheesy. Okay, When Jar Jar puts on his PJs for bed, he always ends up with a bunk on the head. Can't be a Star Wars book without knocking on poor Jar Jar Binks. And there's a few more. This is a great book. They retail for $15. I got them for $10 a piece because of con. They're written by Jeffrey Brown. I believe he's also the illustrator. Yeah, Jeffrey Brown. Goodnight Vader by Chronicle Books. It's a great read. I recommend it if you're a parent, especially a Star Wars fan. So that removes us from the kids stuff. Like, it's gonna make a damn difference when it comes to con. Kids stuff, adult stuff, it's all the same. For personal reading, I haven't had a chance to read this, but I always forget what this is actually. This is Virga, Son of Sons, illustrated by Jeff Moss, who works with leastICould.com. He is the artist for The Gutters. You can find his interview on my channel, Jeff Moss Gutters / Blind Ferret interview. He illustrated this wonderful book. It is based off of the work of Schroeder. I believe his name was Andrew or Alan Schroeder. I can't remember. I'm really sorry because I'm burned out. I will have a full review of the book. In his own recommendation, you should read this book indoors and outdoors. Preferably outdoors, because once you read what the synopsis is, and I'll put that right there. And you can pause for a few seconds and read that if you can. If not, then you need to go find this book. It's a great sci-fi book. I've heard about it in the past, I just haven't had a chance to read it. So I will gladly review this, and I have very high hopes, and I've already seen the artwork, so I know I'm going to love that much. Next up. Oh, and that was $15 with his autograph. You can go to the website, which is virgacomic.com, VIRGA comic.com, which again, the review will be on the site. Not sure if it will be video, not sure if it will be written, but you'll find links and stuff to buy it. Up next, how about these little guys? These are Mario standees that are basically a light bright with no lights. You can basically make different position Marios, big or small. The red shell with this one and the fish with this one, just like, or you can make the fire flower and the mushroom. Cool little con stuff. I got them for $8, or one for $5 or two for $8. So obviously I went for the $8. Now I know this some people will be bored because this is not a great, so far nothing free, but I'll get to that. Now, y'all know the Funko Wall. The Funko Wall has had some new additions. If you'll bear with me, these are my daughters. I got them for them because they deserve them. Sam and Dean Winchester from Supernatural. The boys are now part of the display family. Got myself a deal on those. Got them both for $10 because I called them. I have my ways of hunting these things down. These all my wives. Day of the Dead, Sally and Jack Spunkos. Again, broke another deal. Called in some favors, quote unquote, aka negotiated. Added to the family. This one I just paid the straight 10 for. Sharknado. See? Cool. If you've seen the horribly wonderful movie, you know you're hating me for having it now added to the family. The following. My wife's again. Carl from The Walking Dead. Because in her words, you can't have Rick without Carl, and he'll be here until her OCD makes her organize it. And last but not least, my Funkos. Merle and Daryl Dixon. Except I got myself the Daryl with blood on him. This is a special edition. The guy who was selling them, again, $10 for both, gave me a deal just because, well, I buy from him a lot, quite often at cons. And again, add it to the family, and it's gonna bug the OCD and everything in this house until those are organized in proper Walking Dead order and all that crap. I personally don't care. The wall of Funko now surrounds me at a very... Oh jeez, I'm running out of space. How does that look? Alright. So last but not least, my personal collectible, I got them. I managed to broker some deals and sell some stuff and trade some stuff. And I gotta say that this, until today, until Sunday of Comic-Con, it was the best thing I've gotten in a long time. I got all 4 of the limited edition. I'll try and do as many as I can. Limited edition, Entertainment Earth, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, first film, 1990, Jim Henson Productions inspired, 32-point of articulation figures. Raph and Leo. Although I will say, Raph has this weird, thing with his eye. He's got a lazy eye thing going on there. Leo has a very strange expression as well, but I love the detail on him. And then Donnie and Mikey, right there, and right there. All 4. I kid you not when I say that I normally don't open these things. I keep them as is, and hope to one day turn a profit or something. But much like my Funkos, for the most, these are staying with me, and I love them, and I couldn't be happier. But that's not it. That would have been my favorite thing of all time. But I think this Comic-Con tops anything I've ever gotten. Because the following item I got, I'm not going to lie, tears of joy were trying to shove them their way out of my skull when I got this. Growing up in the 80s, I was living in Tijuana, Mexico. I was 4 or 5 years old, learning to speak Spanish, learning to speak English, and by myself. I learned to speak English by myself by watching cartoons like Transformers, Thundercats, Dennis the Menace, Gummy Bears, Darkwing Duck. All that stuff helped me learn the English language, helped me master it as it is. So when I heard through my good friend Dino Andrade that one of his guests at his signing booth would be the one and only Greg Berger, and if you don't know who that is, you should know now. The Almighty Grimlock. The great King Grimlock, as he calls himself. Autograph this for me. To Eric. Me Grimlock King. Greg Berger. I can't tell you how much this means to me. When I mean tears of joy were coming out, or trying to come out, it took a lot of self-control because I wanted to meet this man for so long. I wanted to shake the hand of the man who voiced the Grumble in Unreal Monsters, who voiced Eeyore on the Winnie the Pooh cartoons and the Kingdom Hearts games, who was the voice of Grimlock on many versions of the character, including the original G1 series, the Fall of Cybertron series, and I suspect many more to come. He was also in Skywarp and a bunch of other characters, but Grimlock is one of my favorite Transformers of all time, especially Dinobots. He is my top. Optimus and him are tied for my favorite characters of all time. And if Greg, if you happen to be watching this, because Dino might point this out to you, Mr. Berger, you really don't understand how much that meant to me. Getting to shake your hand, getting that autograph, and getting those pictures. A good part of my life waiting for that moment, and it meant a lot. And even now I'm a little, getting a little teary-eyed and stuff, but That's something that I'm going to treasure for the rest of my life. Nothing else I can think of that, there's other voice actors I want to meet. There's other celebrities I want to meet, but Greg Berger was up there with just, yeah, it was amazing. I wasn't the only fan that felt that way. One girl in front was ahead of me in the line, who's an ER fanatic, fanatic. Had him do the voice, do some video for her. Took tons of pictures, and he's a great guy. He's got to be one. It's a reason why Dino has him there, because just like Dino, he's just a super nice guy, super genuine, appreciates his fans like crazy, and just, yeah, it was one of the most awesome experiences of my life. You can check out the pictures and all that good stuff on my site. You can see it on Facebook. Because I also got Dino to sign something that I don't have with me right now, but hopefully I'll put a picture here. He signed my Arkham Asylum Collector's Edition journal from the game that came with the Batarang. Signed the Scarecrow for me. And I have to say that it's one of the best things. It's sitting at my desk right next to the Batarang, as it should be. And as soon as I get a frame, that autograph art from Greg Brew will be sitting next to me as well. Now, I know a lot of you thinking, where's all the free stuff? Let me make it clear. Because I'm running around recording all this stuff for you guys, like that Assassin's Creed video that's got like almost 3,000 views on it. That other Assassin's Creed video's got about 1,500 views on it. I think I've got my numbers mixed up. I don't know. They're pretty high account in numbers. Well, while getting all that stuff, including the Michael Rooker, Merle, video of him crashing the Nintendo Lounge, I don't really have time to hunt down free stuff. So today was the only day I spared an hour to stand in line for something. And because I'm a Simpsons fanatic, I sit in line for an hour for this. The every Simpsons ever survival kit. This bag comes with a couple of goodies. Every Simpsons ever collapsible water bag, which you can fill with whatever you want, as I said. Duff beer. And every Simpsons ever I Did the Dome water bottle. Every Simpsons ever granola bar, which feels like a Rice Krispies treat more than anything. Every Simpsons ever thermal blanket, which came in handy, I'll tell you why. A Slim Jim, that's dinner. And in here, this is how I've not even gotten to stuff. Inside is an Every Simpsons ever flashlight. Now, you remember I reported how every Simpsons episode ever will be aired in August on FXX. And so, with that, they had the Homer Dome. The Homer Dome is basically you go into Homer's head and go through the memories of the last 20-something years. 25 seasons. And that also, I have pictures of it. Most people don't. The inside was like an old-fashioned IMAX theater. Big, huge dome over your head. 3-dimensional images flying around. In the center is Homer's brainstem and his brain sitting there. Meanwhile, you're watching old clips and quotes and yada, yada, yada. But here's the funny thing. Throughout the whole thing, they highlighted a lot of Sideshow Bob. And remember what I said. On September 28th, when the season starts, my bets are on Sideshow Bob will be the character that departs The Simpsons with his death. So, and on top of that, I sit in line and I got myself the inflatable donut, comfy donut, which keeps deflating. I don't know if it's because it has a leak or something, or just the heat in my house is so bad that it can't hold the air inside, but it's a fluffy, fuzzy donut actually, which is fantastic. It'll help me in sitting on my ass watching for 12 days. So, with that, back to the old format. Morning Brew. That's not our regular show. For those of you who are new to this show, my regular show is news and commentary and all that good stuff. But I wanted to get out of the way because a lot of friends were asking me to do it. So, and also we don't normally go up to 20 minutes anymore. I try to keep them under 15 or around 17. So with that, I'll have more stories and more stuff to share later in the week about Comic-Con experiences and news and stories and all that good stuff. It'll probably take all week, so enjoy. So until then, I'll see you tomorrow or the next day or whenever that is. I might just do some bonus videos. I do have to watch Girl Meets World because I missed it this week. DVRs are awesome. So, with that, I thank you for tuning in. I thank you all new subscribers. I hope you'll share this with your friends. Hope you give it a like. Hope you do the usual thing. Until next time, as I've always say, and it's been a few days, till next time, do yourself a favor. Enjoy your beer. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me. Do that subscribe thing if you haven't done so yet. Do the like and share thing. Do that. Check out the random YouTuber I chose for this episode. Meanwhile, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to everyone who's watching my channel. The views are just blowing up due to the San Diego Comic-Con content. And I hope that those same viewers will stick around and check out the rest of my channel and check out the rest of my videos. I try my hardest to keep you informed and try my hardest to keep you entertained. Like I said, this was not a regular format video. So the questions really are, what exclusives did you want to see firsthand during Comic-Con? Were you there? Were you not there? Were you watching from the comfort of your computer? And of course, what are your opinions on some of the stuff you heard about? I mean, I've got some stories to tell and some stories to share. Some pretty gnarly stuff went down when it came to some vendors, and some pretty gnarly stuff is still going with Comic-Con. But again, I'll get to that later on. So until next time, thank you for tuning in. Please, again, do that subscribe thing, do the like and share thing, do the comment thing. Let me know what you think. And until next time, from the bottom of my heart, take care.